The Welcome to the TSB Arena for this key matchup between the Wellington Saints, the hometown heroes, and the Advice First Waikato Pistons. With me again, Big Andrew, the Carpenter. How are you, Ange?
Very good. Looking forward to this match to wind down a good Queen's Birthday weekend. It should be a good one tonight.
We're in for an absolute barn burner here. Hometown team, got to be the favourites, you'd have to say. We're sitting down here courtside. The atmosphere is absolutely electric. 5 seconds until the teams come out. What do you see the keys are tonight for the Pistons to beat the Saints, Ange?
They're going to have one of their players, such as Marco Alexander, come out and really put up a big performance, unlike he did, just like he did last week against the Nuggets, and that close defeat off the back of that Saints game.
Absolutely right. The Pistons have got plenty of firepower. Plenty of great players to go around to combat that absolutely stacked Wellington Saints. Starting lineups.
And now, rise up Wellington Saints fans and welcome your starting five, wearing number 4,
The mercurial point guard, Lindsay Tate, looking to control the pace tonight. Shooting guard superstar Andrew Warren. Number 33, big bad Brian Markson. Hawke's Bay product, Arthur Trousdale. And the effervescent Casey Frank. Casey Frank will be looking for a big game tonight, Ange.
Yeah, it's going to be a big matchup tonight against Atkinson there in the Pistons. He's had a big year this year, averaging a double-double. It's going to be a big job for the forwards and the Saints to try and contain him tonight, Reg.
Sitting next to that, Zach Atkinson. He is a big human. He's going to be tough to stop. Tip-off coming at you right away. The countdown is on. This is going to be a cracker.
And we've got a big lineup starting tonight for the Saints. To see Casey Franks, Arthur Trousdale, and Brian Markson all starting out tonight. That's a big rebounding front line. Obviously trying to counteract Atkinson in the front there.
Here we go for the tip-off in the first stanza. And the Pistons come away with it.
I was looking forward to seeing the Corey Webster lineup, but unfortunately Corey won't be playing tonight. Hopefully his shoes will be ably filled by...
Garius Holloman slots a beautiful jump shot from the perimeter.
Warren catches, happy to catch and shoot on his first touch. Sign of things to come, perhaps.
Early foul drawn by Casey Frank. Excellent footwork there against the quicker Alexander.
Alexander will be keen to get into his work early after a big game last week against the Nuggets, hoping to back it up tonight.
It's interesting to see a barely 6-foot player doing all the great things that Alexander can do.
Well, playing in the guard position, he really relies on his quickness. Gets his nose past the other players. If his shot's going, he can be a dangerous player.
Lindsay Tate misfires, starting the fast break for the Pistons. Great offensive rebound by Barrow. Back out to Alexander, running the point.
Alexander with a three. Oh, looking for a shot, but unable to hit that time.
I tell you what, aren't these arm sleeves in fashion? Sort of, that's a fashion coined by Allen Iverson, you know, sort of early 2000s, isn't it, Ange?
Yeah, if I recall, I think Iverson had to start wearing them because of all the tattoos he was supposed to cover up.
Very little to do with your actual game, the armband, but a cracker of a look, isn't it?
It is.
Early start for the Pistons, up 4-0 against the Wellington Saints.
Here we go, trying to get Franks established in the post. Trousdale, very well defended there in the post.
That's pretty good D. You know, they can live with a turnaround baseline jump shot.
I'll be interested to see how what stage in the game Ty Webster comes into it. Possibly replacing Alexander, given how well he goes tonight.
Do we call him Corey 2.0? What do you reckon?
Well, we'll have to wait and see what style of game he plays for us tonight. If he does play the same style as Corey, I think that'll be a fair thing to say.
He's got the jazzy fluoro shoes on. That's got to help. Gary Solomon handling up top. High pick and roll.
Oh, hand in there by Markson.
Cookie jar again.
Great defense there from the Saints, forcing a real difficult shot there. And Tate summing things up. Having time to set up here, a bit of patience here from the Saints, get their offense going. And there's the shot from Markson.
Big board by Artie Trousdale.
Definitely got a big lineup on here, the Saints. Unable to hit from outside so far. Doesn't stop them firing though. Another miss, another offensive board. Oh, Webster gets a hand in there, but he's called for the foul.
Foul number 9, Ty Webster.
In the cookie jar, but the lid shut pretty quick on that one, Ange.
Markson heading to the line for 2.
Yeah, Reg, they won't want their players, especially their key players, getting in foul trouble tonight, Waikato. They've got a young bench, but not a deep one.
First one misses from big bad Brian Markson.
Yeah, the shots not looking good from the Saints so far. I think that's probably 7 shots, including the free throws, and that's our first basket there.
They've troubled the scorers. 1-4, it's a soccer score currently. Pistons with the early lead.
Is it just me, or is there some resemblance between Andrew Warren and the young...
Woo-hoo-hoo! Bang, bang! Big rack from Zach Atkinson. Sorry, Andrew, cut you off. What was that?
I was just wondering if there was a resemblance between there's another missed shot and another rebound. Offensive rebounds tonight, killing the Pistons so far. They're going to have to clean up the defensive glass, Reg.
Looks like there's a pretty strong breeze in here, Andrew. There's not much going in the bucket.
Just like playing up in Brooklyn. Classic Tate, pushing it forward, getting all the way to the hoop.
It's a pleasure to watch. Just superb body control. He's going to beat most guys off a dribble going to the hoop. 6-3 to the Pistons. And a big shout out, a big thank you to our game day sponsor, Railway Metro New World, and also the folks at Highview Sports bringing us this fantastic coverage via the live stream on that crazy World Wide Web.
Not you, thank you. Just being offered some pizza there. Very good boxes they've got here in Wellington.
Crucial turnover by Tate there, looking for Brian Markson down low. Seems to be a reasonably up-tempo game, Ange. I wonder if they're going to settle into their half-court game or keep it, keep the flow going.
I think for the Saints, they've just got to look to get some of these shots going down. They've had some good looks. They're getting into their offense, but they just need to take their time, relax, and get some more good looks. It'll start going down for them soon. We know that Tate can push the fast breaks when they need to.
Why is it everything in life is best when you take your time and relax?
I'll have to talk to your partner about that, Reg.
Oh, no problems there. She's got no problems with that, mate. Big Brian Markson.
The offensive board's killing the Pistons at the moment. What are they going to do to clean this up on their defensive glass?
They just got to put a body on somebody. You got to hit a man. You got to stick your butt in there, down in their midsection and really get down low, box them out, keep them off the boards, and then just work the break from there.
And here's another offensive rebounder for the Saints. Dylan Boucher has come on.
Listen, I think I've heard of that Dylan Boucher before.
He's been around.
Is he?
He gets around.
6-all.
the guy's name I'm thinking of from Waikato?
Looks like it's a horn set up top, high pick and roll. Webster with a little Jordan push-off and a jump shot, a la Jordan on Brian Russell.
That's exactly what I thought when I saw that play. Beautiful, great execution. Tate getting to the hoop again, scoring. Good play from Tate. Webster controlling the ball now for the Pistons. 8-all.
Alexander misfires for three.
Just hasn't got the touch yet, Alexander. And they're struggling to get Atkinson established in the post. I think that's one of the keys for the Pistons winning this game, getting Atkinson going down low.
We're yet to see Vernon Hamilton come on for the Pistons. He's one to watch out for.
Yeah, averaging 18.5 points per game this year. He's definitely a scoring spark. Coming off the bench, he could be especially dangerous.
Referee's holding play very briefly.
Quiet.
Oh no, we've got a foul.
Quiet crowd here at Wellington so far. Obviously a bit relaxed after the long Queen's birthday weekend. Maybe the Gorilla can get them going soon. Oh, 5 thumbs there, I suspect.
Holloway picked his pocket at halfway, drives to the hoop, draws contact.
That's a classic 1-on-3 fast break.
Not normally advised by that. It's a coach killer. The old 1-on-3.
Can't argue when he draws the foul though.
The walking elbow, Damien Nickenasio into the game. He's a real enforcer in that Udonis Haslam role for the Miami Heat.
I was looking at some of the interviews that have gone on with Damien Nickenasio earlier in the year. And I took note that he's happy to do all the hard work, do all the graft, be the enforcer, do the jobs that no one else wants to do, and put his body on the line because he realises there's lots of scoring options for the Saints, and that's not a role he has to fill.
We can wax lyrical about most of the players on the Saints team, but collectively, it looks like the chemistry's there and they're starting to find their feet. Holloway on the back end makes a second. Low scoring affair early on. Both teams sort of finding their feet, trying to establish themselves.
And a smaller lineup in now for the Saints. Hopefully they can keep getting to that offensive glass. That's what's been working for them early. Oh, great move from Markson. Beautiful finish behind the back in the lane. Touch of glass.
There's 3:38 to play in the first stanza.
Pistons not really able to get anyone going for them yet. A bit static here, the Pistons offense, and they're just settling for pretty mediocre shots at the moment, Reg. Oh, beautiful dish from Tate. Ickenasio to finish off Boucher's miss. Great finish there.
The garbage man cleans up. The Saints take an early 3-point lead. Doesn't seem like much, but this could be a tight one, Ange.
Yeah, if the shots don't start going down, oh, there we go. Webster's answered the question, put a 3-pointer down, hopefully more to come. 12-all.
He's not wearing an armband though, Ange.
Yeah, nice post move there from Ickenasio. Just didn't have the soft touch to finish, but he got himself into the paint, got a good look. Just that soft touch left wanting.
The young fella, Anamata Haku, down low. Looks like he's going to the line for a couple.
Warren puts up the foul.
No, they're taking it out from the baseline, so not a shooting foul.
Alexander yet to find his range. Kicks it to Webster. Is it 2 in a row? No, he can't find a hoop in the second one.
Looks like Corey's taking home the biggest bit of chicken in the family dinner tonight, mate.
Yeah, well, he'll be able to eat it during the game because he's not playing tonight.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Big block by Atkinson. He is athletic.
He is an athlete. Looking at the man, you can see that he's got the genes to be playing this game.
Reminds me of a young Andrew Castles.
Does. He's just it's almost like a replica.
Beautiful finish. Lindsay Tate, right hand, finger roll. George Gervin, yeah.
So far, all the plays in this game are coming from Tate attacking the basket. He's getting to the hoop at will, and he's finishing.
Big shout out to Perrin Hutchings up there in Splash Planet in Hastings. Fantastic place to take the family.
Oh.
If you're ever up that way, knock on the door.
Thought there was a big block there from Dylan Boucher, but they've called the foul. I think it was a rough call. Looked clean to me.
These referees have got better eyesight than us, mate.
That's why I got the specs on tonight, Reg. I'm just trying to up my game.
Bifocals. 14 points to 12, the Saints against the Pistons. The advice first, Waikato Pistons.
Oh, Atkinson just can't get the ball to go down tonight.
He's averaging 20.6 a game. The second free throw he slots in.
It's really impressive that 13.8 boards he's averaging. That's a huge amount of boards for this league.
Can't be far off the top of the leaderboard for that.
Maybe the league leader. We have to check the league stats for that. Oh, Boucher finds the ref on the baseline, but the ref says no, I'm not involved in this game. McGilla Gorilla looking a bit static on the baseline. Hopefully he can get his energy levels up. Someone needs to get the Gorilla a V. Big board from Boucher. The offensive boards continue to kill the Pistons.
Fast break. A little bit of a cheeky hook there by Webster, missed, but Brian Markson called for the foul.
Webster really does look like his brother Corey, doesn't he?
Oddly enough.
It's almost like they share the same family genes.
I think you could be right, bud.
How's it going?
Oh, I think he makes two here, Ange.
Yeah, well, the first looks good.
The back end.
He's got a nice touch there, Webster.
Substitution for the Saints.
Big Brian Markson taking a seat, and the effervescent Casey Frank joining the fray, getting in amongst it.
So far, the Saints forwards have done a great job containing Atkinson. He hasn't been able to get on the glass, hasn't been able to get the ball to go down. And I think the Saints will continue to go big tonight. Warren with a look. Nice release. Oh, just back rims it.
Boucher getting his hands in all the pies, all the fingers in all the pies, Boucher. Lovely drop off. Couldn't finish.
Bit firm on the finish.
A little bit of whoosh cuff from the walking elbow.
Foul number 20, Woodhouse.
Woodhouse is a bit of a unit, isn't he, Reg? Got some size on him.
Yeah, what's he, probably about 6'7", maybe 110. Looks pretty athletic. And Ekanasio caught him with a nice cheeky elbow there.
Couldn't get a job for Air New Zealand though, Woodhouse, not with that tattoo.
Not going to comment on that, buddy, but it's one of those things. Great hustle by Warren. Shot clock running down.
Good ball, good pass. Ekanasio with the finish. Ekanasio plays a lot bigger than he is, doesn't he?
He does, he does. This is a great matchup. Atkinson on Casey Frank. Holloway driving base, looking for the little floater in, and he draws the foul. I don't know if Casey Frank's ever gotten a foul that he's deserved in his life.
No, he's always got a reason that there wasn't a foul. I think he thinks the ref might change his mind here, and no, they're sticking with it. The ref says sorry, can't change the call. Frank is disgusted.
Have you ever been the recipient of a call change from a ref in your basketball career?
I have had many calls escalate from just a regular foul to a technical or a flagrant foul, but never had a changed call.
There's always time. Garius Holloway misses the first.
Just 10.6 on the clock here. If this misses, we'll be looking for a rebound and Tate to get the ball down the court quickly. and Boucher secures the ball.
8 seconds.
Oh, not the man. Boucher's probably not the man you want to get the ball to with a few seconds on the clock outside the perimeter.
Totally agree. 2 seconds left. They're going to run it out of bounds. This is where Pero called a timeout. Good chance for Pero to draw something up.
Who do you think they'll be looking for on this play? Is it possibly Andrew Warren?
I think there might be a high screen for Lindsay Tate, maybe the Horns, give them the option, and then kick it to the corner for an open three.
I think with 2 seconds on the clock, they might sub a few of the players in that have got a shot on them. Maybe take out a Boucher. Frank's setting a screen, opening up. Frank's can hit the three, but I'd be backing Andrew Warren as the number one option on this inbound.
Who's the most dangerous man on an inbounds play, Ange?
I would say the inbounder if they've got time on the clock, but with 2 seconds, it might be a catch and shoot scenario.
Well said, well said. 16-15, the Wellington Saints at home against the Waikato Pistons.
What kind of creature has just stepped onto the floor, Reg? What is that?
It's some sort of ferret.
Is it perhaps a chipmunk? I don't think they're an indigenous species in New Zealand.
That is the Mother Earth chipmunk, I'm being told, having a bit of a cunny on the floor with Magilla the gorilla.
You just imagine what their offspring would look like, don't you, Reg?
I do now, mate. Thanks for that. Two seconds left. Who's gonna take it? Young Isaiah Leafa.
Leafa's come on. That's an interesting sub. It'll be good to see if the young man can step up. Just 16 years of age. The alley-oop to Marks. Oh, good pass. Just couldn't gather it in.
Looks like he had a bit of time to grab it. Two hands to go up strong, but that's it for the first stanza. 16-15 to the Wellington Saints. A big thank you to our game day sponsor, Railway Metro New World, and also the folks at Highview Sports bringing you this live stream on the internet. Welcome back to the TSB Arena for the Wellington Saints up against the Waikato Pistons, 16 points to 15. And we're very grateful for the game day sponsor, Railway Metro New World, but also a big thanks to Chile. We're sitting in their box. We're here with the CEO, Johnny Mole. What do you think of the game so far, Johnny?
Mate, I just think it's brilliant. It's one of the few places in Wellington you can come out. Great family atmosphere, great live sport, great athletes, great food, thanks to Hell Pizza. It's awesome.
Everyone's having a fantastic time courtside down here. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Chile. Let's get back into it. 16-15, the Saints looking to open strong in the second quarter.
And after a brief taste of the court for young Leafa, he's been pulled again for the more experienced Boucher, who make the post move. Great move. Dishes, Trousdale with a shot. Still can't find it.
Doesn't look like too many jumpers are going in. Somebody better close the window.
Yeah, there's a bit of a foul breeze tonight. Webster brings the ball up the court. You always spot him with the red shoes. Oh, he got some space there on Warren. Beautiful move.
Lovely tip-in by Atkinson. He is hard man to keep off the boards.
That's the big job for the Saints, keeping Atkinson off the boards. Webster getting to the hoop very easily there. Oh, Warren with the shot.
Bang, bang, Andrew Warren from deep. Atkinson posting up. Pretty good defense by Artie Trousdale and great hustle by Dylan Boucher. Oh, you're not stopping that from there.
Yeah, Bryant marks him with a nice finish.
Geordie Mills sitting on the sideline currently. Any status on him, or is he just being rested, Ange?
I think the Saints have got such a deep bench this year. They're able to rest players, make sure they make it through the season. They've got the more compact setup now, the NBL, than they have in past years. So keeping players like Corey and Geordie fresh through the season is quite important coming through the playoffs. Big
Warren! Oh.
Just not quite finding his range yet, Warren, but looking dangerous.
Haku comes away with it. Kicks it nice. Marco Alexander, can he catch it? He can! Yahtzee!
Big three. Beautiful arc on that shot, Reg.
Rolls the dice, hits the three, 20 all. Lovely cut and finish. Dylan Boucher, so smart. To Warren on the cut.
And this offense from the Saints is looking very, very smooth at the moment. Lots of movement. Warren on a cut there, getting the good look from Boucher. Really looking like a well-coached team at the moment, the Saints team.
A big thank you to all of those of you viewing at home, sitting here on a Queen's birthday Monday night. As Alexander handles on the perimeter. Kicks it to Holloway.
That's two threes now from the same spot, from the same play. Man driving, help coming, and the opposite wingman left open on the three-point line.
Apologies, Garius Holloman for three there.
Able to hit two in a row now. Brings the score to 22-23. Boucher can't finish on the reverse.
And the foul down low. Good foul to give away. That was an automatic two. Make him earn it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, and Atkinson's showing us that he's a bit shaky on the free throw line. So good foul from Warren.
Talk to me, Ange. You got him getting none, one or two here from the charity stripe.
I think he'll rattle down one of two. I think we're looking at him missing the first, gauging his range a bit more, and then rattling down the second.
The young fella, Isaiah Leafa, son of absolute legend George Leafa, taking the floor. He's obviously getting the minutes for Corey Webster and Jordan Mills sitting on the bench.
Yeah, it's good to see the young man getting a good run. This is the sort of game where you need to get a young man on the court. And I think it's a good thing getting him on the first half rather than waiting for those last 5 minutes of the match, that garbage time.
That's where you excelled the best though, mate.
No comment.
Well played. The less said about that, the better, I think. Tate, a high pick from Artie Trousdale. Warren, no, can't hit. Doesn't seem to be a lot of cadence in this game. Everyone's sort of a little bit tight.
Yeah, Warren just hasn't been able to find his range at the perimeter yet. Once that happens, I think the score could seesaw the other way quite a bit.
Not a high-scoring one. 25-22 to the Pistons currently. Alexander on Leafa.
Yeah, Leafa, for a 16-year-old, this is a huge step up. As Boucher pulls down another board. Oh, nice pass. Trousdale follows for the board and just can't pull it in. Good move, couldn't finish.
Bit of a scrappy one here. Holloman handling.
I feel like they're a bit forward heavy tonight, the Saints. They're just not looking very fluid in the guard positions. Oh.
Marco Alexander, bang bang for three.
Starting to show what he did last week against Otago for those 29 points. Could be a real problem for the Saints if they let him keep going.
What's the secret to his success, Marco Alexander? Armband.
Yeah, I think the armband's a big part of it, but I think also the arc he puts on that three-point shot. Put more arc on it, you've got a better chance of it splashing down on the way down.
Possibly also the hours and hours of hard work on the parquet floor. That might have something to do with it too. 28-22. Pistons taking a bit of a sort of edging out to a 6-point lead here. Saints need to answer.
Leafa, nice pull-up. Oh, beautiful shot.
Mid-range. Isaiah Leafa not afraid of the big spotlight.
That mid-range shot, something which George Leafa had in his game in the latter years, but young Leafa's got it there from the outset. It's a good sign for the young man.
Webster, high pick and roll. Great pick, Lindsay Tate. Beautiful finish again. Leafa giving Pero Cameron some good minutes here off the bench.
Yeah, certainly not overwhelmed by the arena, by the 3,000 fans watching. Not a problem for young Leafa.
Pretty good D by Leafa there, but called for the block on Alexander. A couple of substitutions coming in. Ekanasio and Markson for Trousdale and Warren.
A real vote of confidence here for Leafa, with the coach running his subs and young Leafa surviving a rotation, staying on the court. Great signs for the young man. Of course, Isaiah is a fairly famous name in basketball, Reg.
It is spelled a bit differently to the famous point guard Isaiah Thomas, but I tell you what, there was a lovely layup there by Holloman. A little bit of English off the glass.
Yeah, Valence McCarthy-esque.
There's a blast from the past. Avondale product of Valence McCarthy. Hope you're listening, mate. Hope you're watching. A big cheerio to you.
Yeah, big Val. Ooga booga.
Markson and Mouse to Tate.
That was a clear foul missed by the ref there. Don't know where he was looking.
Tate can really beat most people off a dribble at will. Alexander with an ill-advised three, way off the mark.
Yeah, good hand up there from Leafa. Possible goaltend there. I thought Atkinson might have got a finger to that when it was above the rim. Tate, not to be denied twice, gets all the way in, and great rebound from Markson.
Big finish by big bad Brian Markson.
He's a bit like the Birdman, Markson, isn't he? Just swoops in, can finish it off above the rim.
I tell you what, the Saints, the Wellington Saints, I mean, they're a real destination for players all around the world to come to. You know, professional organisation, great team, great chemistry, that great culture of winning.
Yeah, there's not many top-level players playing in the New Zealand NBL. Good shot from Webster, big three. Put the Pistons ahead 33-28. The Saints can't afford this lead to get away on them, Reg.
No, they can't, Ange.
As I was saying before that big shot from Webster, the Wellington Saints haven't had many players in New Zealand, top-level players that haven't come through the program. Big players, you've got likes of Dickel, Polly Blank, you've got Boucher there at the moment. You've got players like Troy McLean, who's gone off to Palmerston North now to play for the Manawatu Jets. Lots of top-level players in New Zealand have come through the Saints program at one point or another.
They must be doing something right, mate. You know, they've got plenty of championship banners hanging up around here. And, you know, they just do it right, mate. They put on a spectacle for the fans. The players are always top shelf. They really put it together. 33-28. Advice first, Waikato Pistons taking the lead. 3:37 to play in the second quarter. And again, another big thank you to Highview Sports and also our game day sponsor, Railway Metro New World. What do you think Pero's talking to the team about in this huddle, Ange?
I think you'll have to mention the fact that Alexander and Webster have been able to hit a few threes now. That's what are keeping the Pistons in this game and ahead of the Saints at the moment, is those big threes we've seen in the second quarter. That'll be something they've got to worry about. Shutting down that three at the same time as keeping Atkinson off the offensive boards.
Insightful words there from Andrew. He has played in the NBL before. Look him up, Andrew Castles. Google that name.
And you'll find a famous NHL hockey player from Canada named Andrew Castles.
Way to deflect the attention, mate. As the teams come back out, Dylan Boucher is having a quick word to the referee. No doubt champagning and campaigning.
Young Nick Barrow here needs to try and assert himself. He's got the body to do some damage, get some big boards, possibly be an option in the post, but we'll see what he can do for the Pistons.
Tate holding it out top. Liafa.
A bit of a stroke turns into a dish, and Liafa ends up at the other end of a Markson's pass for 2. Nice finish from Liafa, finding himself holes in the pockets there on the baseline and finishing well each time. Sorry, I think I said Liafa. It's Ignacio.
Big rebound. Shot clock resets. 2:45 to go in the quarter. 3-point lead for the Pistons.
And he's got a big job here, Liafa, guarding Alexander, but he does a good job sending him to the help there, and they shut it down. Liafa comes away with it.
Not shy, pulls it back out.
Oh, the baseline. Look, the Pistons have got to stop letting the Saints sneak down that baseline and get under the hoop for the easy finish. It's been a hunting ground all day for the Saints, that baseline.
Maybe they just sit back in a 2-3 zone. Just stack that paint.
I think with the perimeter shooting from the Saints so far tonight, a compact zone wouldn't be a bad thing to try out. We've got Warren off the court. Let's see if young Isaiah Liafa can put up the perimeter shot. Poor awareness of the shot clock there from the Pistons.
That's where you've got to have the point guard. You've got to have one clear leader, one communicator, letting you know there's 3, 2, there's time running off that clock. Get a good shot up.
And I think Ty Webster's a bit filthy with that.
Boucher comes off. Casey Frank inserted into the action.
Garius Holman just needs a bit more attention to the shot clock there. Ignacio sums things up. Running a nice offense here, the Saints. Oh, Markson, another big board. Can't hold on to it though, and Frank cleans it up.
Bit of a bar of soap out there at the moment. Tate gets him deep into the paint. And a foul on Gary Solomon.
The big men for the Saints winning the battle inside at the moment. They've got a offense going at the moment, the Saints, with the triangle around the key. 2 low posts and a high post. Running screens and rotating through, causing real problems for the Pistons.
Very true. It just looks like Lindsay Tate's penetrating so deep into the paint. Easy drop-off pass right to the short corner for either Brian Markson or any of the Saints big men.
Yeah, well, that's been Lindsay Tate's game his entire career. He's able to beat that first man. He's got the great stutter step, the inside out, the crossover. He can get to the hoop, and as soon as a player is at the hoop, that creates so many problems for a defense. As Ty Webster comes away with the ball again.
.33 apiece. Holloman in and out. That was halfway down.
Markson down the court. Holman's, and the foul called at the mid-court. Who's that going against?
Anamata Haku, young fella.
Anamata Haku. Young fella, looks like another athlete. He's got big feet on him, doesn't he? Does that perhaps suggest that he'll be growing a few more inches?
Probably does, mate. Yeah, he does got a fair size of plates of meat on him, doesn't he? I'm picking 14s.
Tate with one of his worst passes of the match. Didn't matter, though. Oh, that's Ignacio. I think that's the 4th time he's snuck under the hoop and finished.
Again, it's just Lindsay Tate dealing up top, shaking and baking.
And whoever's supposed to be looking after Damien Ignacio isn't.
Yeah. 35-33, 46 to go for that halftime break. Wild shot. Gets his own board, puts it back.
He had to get his own board after that display. Wasn't the prettiest shot we've seen, but he makes up for it with effort.
What a surprise. Lindsay Tate penetrating again. Draws a foul. Shooting 2 free throws.
Yeah, no one's got the answer to that. It's been killing teams for years in the NBL, Lindsay Tate into the hoop.
Bring back Chris Tupu, perhaps.
Yeah. Chris Tupu, a real threat from the outside on his day, Chris Tupu.
Even a Kenny McFadden, perhaps, or a Terrence Lewis. Absolute legends of the game in the NBL. Tate hits the first of 2. Low scoring one this, Ange.
It is low scoring, and we haven't really got a feel for who's going to take this one out yet. There's no team which has found any fluidity. And a travel from Tate. Big call. Tate's not happy with it. Andrew Warren goes to the bench. Isaiah Leafa coming back on. Getting some big minutes tonight, Reg.
Playing serious minutes. Obviously, plenty of faith in him from Pero Cameron. He's under some expert tutelage, some great guidance. I mean, look at the experience you've got in the Saints outfit, mate.
Yeah, Leafa's been very impressive. Do you know what high school he's attending in Wellington? Is he a St. Pat's boy, perhaps?
I'm not sure, mate. I think we should probably find that out. We might go to the stats man for that one.
It'll be interesting to see what high school program he's with, because I'm sure he'd be a massive contributor to any high school team.
Great lockdown D by Leafa there, and shot clock violation. Superb defence as a team by the Saints.
The way Leafa's going, the whitetail Corey Webster, you know what? Keep the suit on.
4.6 remaining. Tate. marks in. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Bang, bang! Great way to close out the quarter. Stay tuned for this epic second half coming up. We've got the Advice First Waikato Pistons trailing by 4 to the Wellington Saints. Join us in about 10 or 15 minutes for a spectacular second half of NBL action.
thank you very, very much to Railway Metro Newville. You're going to get $300 worth of Newville vouchers plus birthday goodies. Just so you guys know, it's someone's birthday, it's your birthday. Well, Newville just passed on a message to say happy birthday to you. How are you doing? What was your name? So Ethan is 9 years old. He's going to have $300 and he's coming to see you guys very soon. So I hope you've got a lot of big snacks for you in Newville. So once again, thanks to the Railway Metro Newville.
Hey Barney, I reckon we should sing a massive happy birthday to Ethan. Ethan's straight out in the middle of the court, Ethan. Barney's going to lead us in a big happy birthday with the whole crowd.
9 years old. All right, Ethan. Happy birthday to you. Louder, come on, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
All right, kids, make some noise. Who's out on the lip call? Hey, do some switches. Roll it out. Put the music. Pop up the music. Let's go, little girl. Show us how you dance. Make some noise, kids. Come on. Who wants the ball? reminder, ladies and gentlemen, next home game, Wednesday, the 12th of June versus the Hawks. Kickoff at 7 p.m. From TSB Wellington. Another special thank you to our sponsors. Our sponsors tonight, Wellington New World. And other sponsors, the Gas Hub, the Post, Jackson Wall, ZN, Yesley, Harold Windsor. Of course, the Saints score over 100 points or more tonight. You can win a free snack-size pizza. You got a post around TSB, Facebook, or more information. If it's a pizza win, you must have a fully purchased snack-size ticket. Offer $1 for complimentary tickets. More shout-outs to our sponsors, Waikato Pistons, St. John's Bar, where you can meet all the players after the game at the middle. Mantua Wine, Beauty Xerox, Hot Suite, the Zing, King Toyota, Minus Coaster, Monica, Eva Digital Mobile, Julie, Always Web Solutions, Nick, Under Armour, Alison Serrat, and AZ College of Mesa.
Welcome back to the TSB Arena. In the capital city on your Queen's birthday Monday, Wellington Saints up against the Advice First Waikato Pistons. Currently leading by 4 of the Saints. With me, the Carpenter, Andrew Castles. 1 minute to go at the halftime period. Welcome back to all the viewers. A big thank you to our game day sponsor, Railway Metro New World, and the team making all the magic happen at Highview Sports. And we've seen a relatively low scoring first half, mate. Let's hope for some fireworks in the second.
Yeah, it's hard to know what's going to happen, Reg. It's been a bit of a roller coaster of first half. We haven't seen the Saints come out and dominate the way we thought they might have. We've been in a big first half from young Isaiah Liafa, son of George Liafa. He's shown he's got an all-round game. But other than that, for the Saints, it's been sort of ho-hum. They've done what they had to do, but they had to do a lot more to seal this one.
They'll look to come out strong. They've got the starting lineups back out there. Although we need to see a little bit more of that Lindsay Tate penetration and drop-off. What do you reckon?
Yeah, Lindsay's been doing a very good job getting the hoop. We just haven't had that outside option tonight that we have when Corey or Jordan Mills are there on the outside spawning up, hitting that three. If Warren can start getting his three-point shot going, I think it'll be good night for the Pistons.
Good night, Nurse, indeed, mate. The Saints with a seriously deep bench, looking to draw on all their experience to see themselves go past. 20 minutes left in this one. Thanks for joining us on Highview Sports. Webster to Holloman. Good D there by Casey Frank.
Casey Frank was trying to call that off the other player there. We were point blank on that one, and I'm sorry, Casey, that came off your hand, buddy.
Behind the back pass by Dylan Boucher on the break. Beautiful big block by Ty Webster. Managing to avoid the body contact there. Warren looking to draw the foul. Coast to coast, and Webster draws it down this end.
Webster perhaps gets away with one at one end and then gets a call at the other. Might be his half.
It's that superstar call, mate.
And I spoke to Nick Mills on the sideline at halftime and asked him about young Isaiah Leafa. And he says that he's a 16-year-old, sixth former at St. Pat's here in Wellington, and largely responsible for that team going to nationals, having a real shot at winning it this year.
Webster hits the first of 2 free throws. He's the goods, isn't he? He looks to be a real bright spot for the future.
And talking to the trainer for the Saints, Phil Hartley, he said that he's running on a turned ankle. He's got it heavily strapped and a couple of Voltaren to keep him going tonight. And yeah, looking the goods, Reg.
Nothing like a bit of diclofenac to ease the pain away.
Frank's passing to the Casey Frank passing to the phantom cutter there, who doesn't pick it up.
39-36, 9:20 to go in this third quarter. We haven't seen much of this Atkinson yet. He's facing up now against Casey Frank.
Yeah, he's got a big wrap up on him, Atkinson. He's got great stats. Charge. Good call from the ref. That was a charge. Dead set charge. And Casey Frank picks up the possession for the Saints. Going to go back the other way. Good defense there from Casey Frank, number 43.
Maybe just looking to create a little bit too much there. Maybe catch it off a dribble. And let's look to score and probably a different way to that.
Let's be fair to Atkinson, though. It's not like he's going up against mediocre forwards in the Saints team. Casey Frank has been a great player in this league for a lot of years now, and he knows how to defend in the post.
Certainly does. Lovely pass from up top from Dylan Boucher. Markson looking to go to work on Barrow. Alexander looking to push. They can't leave him open. Oh, in and out.
Oh, Warren moving into foul trouble now. That'll be his third.
Incredulous look there from Andrew Warren.
It was just a soft foul, just got a hold of his armband there, I think. The armband is a no-go area, Reg.
Andrew the Carpenter's favourite player just joined the fray, Isaiah Leafa.
That pass went straight into the hands of Frank. Momentary colour blindness there for the inbound.
Beautiful finish. Right hand on the left-hand side, keeping it away from the defender, Lindsay Tate, with a beautiful soft finger off the glass.
And nothing changed in the first half. Lindsay Tate still getting to the hoop with no trouble.
Sooner or later, you've got to ask, who's marking Lindsay Tate? Woo-hoo, bang, bang, fade away. Lovely shot there from Gary Solomon.
I think if we watch here, we might see that the Pistons are playing a zone defence, and that might be part of their problem. The Saints are able to exploit the seams. No, they look to be matched up a man there, Reg. Yeah, you do have to ask the question, who is marking Lindsay Tate?
Ambitious pull up there from Webster. Maybe they should settle down and try and get into the flow of the offense.
Tate's got Webster on him this time. Boucher, oh, he looked like he was open for all money. Blocked for Holman. Nice block there from Holman.
Comprehensively swatted there. I think you could only slide a couple of zigzag papers under Dylan Boucher on that one.
An interesting fashion move here from Holman. He's playing with the Nike tick on his headband upside down. What do you think of that, Reg?
Not bowing down to corporate America, Ange. I like it. Frank misfires from 3. Another big board for Atkinson.
And you'll notice that even though Atkinson got that board, Boucher had the inside position on the rebound. Always able to get himself in good position, Boucher. Just perhaps lacks the athleticism to secure some of those rebounds.
Smarts will make up a lot for lack of athleticism, Ange, I tell you what.
Oh, another good charge. Frank takes a second charge in 3 minutes there. Barrow's not happy about that.
Warren comes back in, and also Artie Trousdale, replacing Brian Markson and Dylan Boucher.
I think the problem was on that post move, Reg, that Barrow hadn't actually beaten Frank, and when he turned, he spun shoulder into Frank's chest. There was no way it wasn't going to be called a foul.
The refs are always going to call out when someone drops a shoulder. Tate again drawing contact. Just smart play, just smart play.
Now, during the halftime, Reg, were you able to get out into the crowd and see if there are any stars in attendance here tonight?
I did, mate. I managed to catch a glimpse of former Otago Nuggets star Stuart Carruthers sitting up there in the stands enjoying a lovely Monday night NBL game.
The Stuart Carruthers that now plays for 5-star.
That's the one, mate. That's the one. Also a big shout out to Matthew Doggett for all his support and kind words of encouragement. Trousdale down low gets denied comprehensively.
Dog's always got a lot of words, doesn't he, Reg? He's a man of many, many words.
He is. Leading scorer Brian Markson for the Saints with 16.
Oh.
Ty Webster leading the way for the Pistons with 11.
Oh, Trousdale feel hard done by there. Holman forcing the post feed pass and from the top of the key. I thought Trousdale had good position there on the quarter front, but the foul called. Apparently he was holding Atkinson.
Would you believe it, Zach Atkinson, 12 boards already by half-time.
Well, I'm not surprised. He is leading the league in rebounds this year. But he's being ably defended on the low post as Holman gets the hoop. Oh!
Beautiful move in and out by Gary S. Holman. Lindsay Tate up ahead. Frank. Oh! Show me something. Show me something. That was beautiful. Lovely rack by Casey Frank on the break. That's just the way he likes it.
That's what all the kids came to see.
43-38.
Another steal here from Lindsay. Can we see the same again, perhaps? Oh, nicely stolen away there from Webster, who brings it back down to Holman. Holman trying to bring it back. Oh, the great follow there from Webster. Was it?
It was Webster indeed.
I think Holman was trying to repay the favour there to Frank, but couldn't quite elevate over him. Good follow-up from Webster. He's all over the place, Webster, isn't he? He's a great effort player, along with the skills. He's got the complete game.
Yes, sir. 43-40, 5:22 to play. Andrew Warren says, bang, bang. Oh, yeah. Lovely jump shot there. Saints leading the Pistons by 5 points. A slim lead.
Andrew Warren at number 21 tonight. Draws my mind back to the NBA playoffs which are going on at the moment. Tim Duncan, of course, already through to the finals. Who do you think's going to take out the final match between Indiana and Cleveland tomorrow night, Reg?
Too much firepower for Miami, mate. They got the best player in the last 20 years, LeBron James, playing. Tough to deny that. Frank leading the break. Bounce pass. Tate for three. Misfires. Atkinson with another big board.
Tate didn't look entirely comfortable taking that shot. It was sort of like a second option for him, but he was so open he had no choice.
Barrow with a little jump hook. Put back by Atkinson. Offensive rebound. We've got to box him out.
Pero is filthy about Atkinson getting in there on the board. Pero's not happy. He's pulling the sub in. Boucher's going to come back through because you know how good Boucher is on getting that defensive position on the rebound.
Back to your previous question, Ange, that Miami Heat team is a beast. I mean, they've got to get Chris Bosh and they've got to get Dwayne Wade back up to speed, but looking forward to a fantastic NBA Game 7. But there's a real feast of basketball on for basketball aficionados in New Zealand at the moment.
You know what's been surprising me about this Miami team? Everyone's down on Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh not performing. Ray Allen slipped right under the radar. Would you not accept a performance from Ray Allen? They talk about Miami not being able to spread the floor because they've got no shooters. But Ray Allen should be doing the job for them.
Yes, indeed. A couple of quick stats from the first half. We've got 38% shooting for the Wellington Saints. That's pretty average, but it's still topping the Pistons by 34%. Saints with a slight edge in rebounding, 33-30. Points in the paint, big differential. That's where they've been scoring. 32 points in the paint, for the Wellington Saints, as opposed to 14, only 14 for their vice versa Waikato Pistons. 4:34 to play, Saints up by 3.
And they're not particularly big now, the Saints, but they are tough with both Ignacio and Boucher, and they'll be looking to secure these boards from Atkinson, who's starting to cause some real troubles for the Saints on the offensive glass. Oh, Tate. A bit long on the first one, only draws the back iron. Shake it off and look for a better shot on the second.
You all line up on that charity stripe, aren't you, and shooting that free throw as Lindsay Tate hits the back end of 2 free throws. 46-42. A big thank you to our game day sponsor, Railway Metro New World, and also Highview Sports, bringing you this live feed.
There's a few players in this Pistons team that seem like they might be playing the entirety of this match tonight. Not much hope in a sub for them by the looks of things. Webster, Atkinson, Holman, even Alexander playing a lot of court time tonight. Oh, and it's getting physical down low with Damien the elbow, Ignacio, and Atkinson.
I know it's something quite subtle, but that entry pass from Webster, with the defender draped all over him, was really, really, really nice entry pass.
Yeah, if you can get that, you can get the high fake first, and then the bounce pass in second. You gotta send the defender the wrong way. Webster got a lot of skills and a lot of fundamental skills for such a young man.
Tate's all alone. Lovely left-hand finish off the glass. 48-42.
42-48. If the Saints can extend it a bit here, this will really start to close the lid on the Pistons, who have hanging around so far. Boucher had hands all over the show there, but comes away clean.
And a Marahaku. Back to Webster. Cheeky little foul called there on Damien Ignacio. He's just so active, it's hard to see him not fouling every play. Refs have got a keen eye.
Yeah, it's certainly physical down there at the moment. Going to the hoop, nothing's easy at the moment. I think Pero said, guys, don't let them get to the hoop. If they get there, they're getting there with a lot of you guys hanging off them.
A big thank you to everyone that's also commenting on live stream. Skinny Dynamite, Perrin Hutchings up there in Hastings, and also Niall Anderson. Thanks for watching, guys. It's really appreciated. Free throw there by Webster, 48-44. Pistons are looking to close a 4-point deficit. They're keeping it pretty close, but they've got a bit of work to do here in the last 3.5 minutes of the third quarter.
They're hanging in there, and as long as they can stay in touch, they've got a chance.
Well said.
Yeah, apparently the team with the most points does win at the end, so that's what they'll be looking to do.
Been that way for years, mate. Been that way for years. 3:15 to go. Marco Alexander handling. We haven't seen much from him, bud.
Yeah, he looked good in the second quarter there with a few threes, but he's been quiet since. Almost on cue there, just about gets a 3-point play.
This Waikato Pistons team looks to be in a sort of a rebuilding phase after the departure of, Vickerman and all the perennial superstars they had.
Pledger,
Jeff Green.
Pledger, Abercrombie. They had a lot of New Zealand's talent. It was a talent pool actually there in Waikato.
They were always a tough team to beat. They won a championship. Last championship was 2009 for Waikato, I believe.
Was that even against the Saints, I believe, in the finals?
There's a lot of believing happening in this one, isn't there? Yeah, that's exactly right, mate, against the Saints.
It's just a 3-point game.
3 points in it, 2:55 to go. Baseline drive, lovely dish. Oh, Boucher couldn't finish.
Oh, big block from Atkinson. Oh, and the finish.
Brian Markson says, yutty, Rex. 2 hands, just like your mama taught you.
Yeah, Brian Atkinson, beautiful. Sorry,
That's Brian Markson, bud.
Brian Markson.
Jump shot off the mark. Lindsay Tate on the break. Back to Markson again. Two-hand board slap.
Whoever's marking Markson can't afford to let him keep going to the hoop like that. You've got to put a body on him. He's cutting clean to the hoop. It's a dangerous thing to see.
Saints have eased out to a 7-point lead. Webster. Holloman. Another pick off. Markson's got his hands everywhere tonight.
Yeah, he's really coming into his own now, Markson. Oh, rough call. I thought they could have played on there, Reg.
I don't know how much advantage the refs play in this game, mate. Be about 6 phases in rugby union, wouldn't it?
It would be. Rugby union, I think most of the games played under advantage, and if it's not, it's a scrum. But anyway, looking forward to that big rugby league game this Wednesday night, Reg. Origin, game 1.
The heart says New South Wales, but the brain says Queensland. 52-45, 1:53 to play. Tate at the line. Slots the first one from the charity stripe.
And of course, there's no Warriors involved in State of Origin this year, so it could be a good time for the Warriors to pick up a few sneaky wins, get themselves back in touch with the top 8 with any luck.
Luck would be a fine thing as Tate slots the second one. Great matchup. Couple of young fellas, the future of New Zealand basketball. Webster on Leafa. Lovely, lovely hanging little jumper. Little 6-foot jumper from Zach Atkinson.
There was great hang time there. He had to wait till Ekanasio went back down as Bryant gets another good finish there for the Saints. Leafa having a big impact again here at the end of the third.
Gets themselves another couple. Chalk couple up for the young fella.
When they wrote the script for this one, they had the lead role penciled in for the likes of a Corey Webster, for a Lindsay Tate, but no, it's been young Isaiah Leafa.
Nick Barrow answers the question. I don't think Isaiah Leafa's missed a shot yet, mate.
No, he's been taking. There we go. Here's your chance.
Oh. Commentator's curse.
You put the mockers on him, Reg. You're a bad man.
Like to send a sincere apology to the Leafa family. Webster down hard.
Down. I see they brought Courtney in to give Alexander a bit of a break. Be interested to see if he's got the same outside look that Alexander does with those great three-point bombs he's been putting down tonight.
Yeah, Tamaki Courtney, number 5 on the court, 1.85, so only diminutive. But what he lacks in size, he makes up for in height, that's for sure.
It's to be seen, Reg. It's to be seen. Webster hasn't had any trouble at line tonight. That one there, nothing but net.
What's 185 in Imperial, Ange?
That would be in feet and inches. We've got a mathematician here. It's 6'1".
6'1", old money. Saints up with a 7-point lead. 42 seconds remaining. Lindsay Tate looking to get a good solid shot off here and maybe get a stop to finish out the quarter.
Oh, the strip. Oh. Webster feels like he's been hard done by there.
Anytime you stick your hand in, in that sort of player's zone into the cylinder, you're probably going to get whistled for it.
There's some players have a knack for it. You'll notice the years that Dylan Boucher's played. He's had his hand in there a lot, and he's played a lot of minutes. Hasn't had too much foul trouble.
Very, very true. No true words have been said. Lindsay Tate again at the line.
Yeah, nicely put in by Lindsay Tate on the first. Pistons are bounding, 34 seconds left to go here in the second half. Holman playing the point guard role. This is interesting. They've got Webster running the base, maybe looking for a shot.
This is the man whose hands you wanted in. Athletic move. Quick first step by Webster.
And they're in the penalty, are they, Reg? So that'll send Webster to the free throw line. Leaf, he's done a good job on him so far, just lost a step there. And Webster's able to draw the foul. It'll send him to the line.
The Saints were looking to consolidate this 9-point lead, moving into the fourth quarter and just extend it, just ease that lead out slightly to give them a bit more of a buffer going into the final few minutes.
Now, the player who I was trying to bring to mind earlier that looks just like Andrew Warren is
Who's that, mate?
young Everard Bartlett. He's a dead ringer for him, isn't he, Reg?
Good spotting, bud. Yeah, he's very, very similar in stature. Everard Bartlett, Andrew Warren. Might be a footy show lookalikes, that one.
Yep. Perhaps Bartlett doesn't wear the pink laces in his boots, though.
Saints holding for the last shot. Who's on your money to take this one, Ange?
I'm looking for Markson or Warren in the corners. I think Tate will get to the hoop, draw the defence and kick. No, he's given it up early to Frank. Oh, terrible, really.
Lovely finish by Ty Webster. That was smart stuff. Pick the pocket. Lindsay Tate is filthy.
I think it would have been long odds against Webster taking the last shot in that quarter, Reg, with 17 seconds on the clock and the Saints in position.
Mike Hommick not getting a lot of minutes here for the Saints. Ange, is he injured, or again is he just struggling to find time on the stacked Saints team?
I think the Saints are they're really spoilt for big men this year. I mean, they've got Rick Rickett on the bench there too, who I'm informed has to play in the next match, otherwise he will not be eligible for the Saints for the remainder of the season.
Tiffany from Exodus, where are you?
We'll be right back for the final quarter. A big thank you to Highview Sports and also Railway Metro New World, Wellington Saints, and vice versa Waikato Pistons. Stay tuned.
All right, well, we've got two favorite creatures, one basketball, one basket. Our big game of 1-on-1 between the two mascots. All the kickoff. Let's hear some noise. It's truly nuts. And what about the noise for the duo with the roar? Okay, go. One basket to win it. Let's get it easy. So get up with the steal. It's a team. Come on, Screw. Where you going, Screw? This one is 1-on-1. Come on, Screw. Foul! Foul! Oh! 30 seconds to go. Go! Screw, what's going on, Screw? Block him! Oh, come on, Screw. He's getting lost. Let's turn into the draw. Come on, make some noise for the middle. We make the shot. Oh! Screw, all over the place. That's here, Britain. Come on, we're going to make one shot. Surely. Oh, look at that. We need two new mascots. We have two new mascots. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your Wellington Saints. 6-point lead.
Big last quarter ahead. Pistons trailing by 6 to the Wellington Saints. This has been a pretty good matchup so far. Tate on Webster. It was billed to be Webster versus Webster, but with Corey Webster sitting, doesn't look so much. Frank in the post operating.
Oh, beautiful move from Frank in the post there.
The doctor with a baseline spin move.
Up and under, one of Kevin Garnett's most famous moves, go-to post moves.
Webster up top to Holloman. Calls a high pickup from Zach Atkinson.
Not a great post on a great post pass there, going to his knee. There was a treble. Refs picked it up.
Certainly was. Certainly was.
Good job. Good job by the referee there. They've done a good job tonight, the refs, I think, Reg.
I think so too, mate. We've got Brian Markson. He's got 22 points for the Saints leading the way. Ty Webster with 18 for the Pistons. Andrew Warren rolls the dice, and it's come up sixes. 65-54. Saints looking to move towards a double-digit lead.
Yeah, they're going to need to pull something out soon, the Pistons, otherwise they're in real trouble here. Webster, he's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders for a young man. Oh, big shot there. We haven't seen any indication of that before, have we?
Holloway with the pick and the ill-advised shot. Maybe best to pull that one back out and get a good set.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that was a bit rushed, that one. There was defenders were back. We've been better off pulling it back out. He's a great athlete, Holman, but not the best shot option there.
Hard to... Webster, Holloman, big three. Booyah! Boom! Shakalaka, big three from the perimeter. That's the three that could ignite them. They need a few more of those, Ange.
I think that's more than made up for his last shot. Frank really looking to operate in the post now, looking pretty good. Just couldn't get the finish there. Tries to bring the rim down with him.
Over the back foul on Dylan Boucher there. Trying to get in there and mix it up down low for those offensive boards. Maybe a little bit of full court man coming from the Saints. Want to put a bit of pressure on the backcourt. Trouble their guards somewhat.
Now notice Trousdale hasn't had a lot of time since the early part of the game. And here it comes, standing up.
Well done, mate. That was nice. Very smooth. Great pick, Brian Markson. Yeah, that's a battle Toby Webster's not going to win too many times. Pretty hard to stop Markson once he gets ahead of steam up, Ange.
Is that going to be the fourth foul for Webster, Reg? It is 4 fouls on Webster now. That could spell trouble for Pistons.
Might have to give him a spell or risk that 5th foul. Hard to see them making a comeback without Toby Webster's services, Ange.
Yeah, it just seems to me that they're just a few players short in terms of depth, the Pistons. Their frontline 5 have done a great job for them tonight, but they haven't had a great deal of reserves on the bench to call on when they need to have a breather or when they're in foul trouble.
Markson slots it, bounces around about 6 times before falling through. 67-59, 7:27 in the final quarter of the game. Marco Alexander back on. Risky pass from Holloman, picked off easily by Arthur Trousdale.
Are the wheels starting to come off now for the Pistons? It's starting to look that way, isn't it, Reg?
Looks like they're taking a few unnecessary risks, mate. Just trying to inbound the ball. That full court press that the Saints are putting on is looking to cause a bit of damage.
I think it's a good move from Pero because he realises that with the foul trouble that Webster's in, if we're going to full court press them, we're going to have to keep him in the game. Chance to draw that 5th foul, maybe send him out of the match for the rest of the evening.
If there's anyone smart enough to draw that 5th foul, that'll be Lindsay Tate, mate. But lovely take there by Webster. Kicks it out to Alexander on Markson. Mismatch up top. Lovely finish. Marco Alexander, great touch. Drove around Markson with ease.
Yeah, it's almost like Markson thought he'd done enough there and gave up on the play.
The old concrete shoes, mate, going up against a quick guard. Tate for 3. Offensive foul called on Arthur Trousdale, it looks like.
Absolute disbelief there, Trousdale. He must have caught him on the curl on the screen there.
Oh, lovely step through. That's that little Manu Ginobili Euro step. Can't finish. Warren on the break. Casey Frank running the lanes. Barrow with a very smart foul. Stopping the break.
That's a good effort from Barrow getting back in front of Warren there. The bigger man on the smaller man, I think Barrow should be commended for his efforts.
It looked like a surefire layup there for the Saints, but Nick Barrow getting back, hustling. Tate to inbound on the baseline.
All this, and the Saints haven't capitalised on these positions in the last few minutes. They're going to have to keep tightening the screws if they want to get away from the Pistons. They just keep coming back at them. Oh!
Beautiful jump shot.
That's a lucky break for the Saints there. It was deflected to the open man.
Crowd starting to get into it now. 69-61. Pistons really got to make a run. Holloway misfires for 3.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Holloman. Beautiful finish, Andrew Warren. That's a 5-point swing. Missed three-pointer down for an easy layup. No one hustling back. Pistons need to regroup.
I think we felt that timeout coming for the...
Little bit of infighting. Atkinson not happy with Holloman there as they retreat back to the Pistons bench to sort it out.
Holloman does seem to be forcing a few shots now, looking to try and bring the ship back right. They got to have patience. They got to keep hold of the ball. They've had a few turnovers. They want to keep hold of the ball, get some good shots, and try and get back on transition. The Saints are able to pick up a few hoops in transition now, which are really proving costly for the Pistons.
I'll tell you what, the kids are loving it down here at TSB Arena. We've got people throwing out all sorts. There's Kit Kats flying out, there's basketballs flying out. Great to see the kids down in force, en masse at TSB Arena, Ange.
That is great. It's amazing how many adults jump in front of them on the basketballs, isn't it, Reg? McGilla, the gorilla here, is sending basketballs into the crowd for the kids, and I'd say 9 out of 10 are claimed by some greedy adult who jumps in front.
They're a hot ticket item, mate. Might see a few on Trade Me tomorrow night. Oh, no. Ten-point lead, 5:50 to go. Wellington Saints, advice first. Waikato Pistons. A big thank you once again to our mates at Highview Sports, bringing you the live stream. And also the game day sponsor, Railway Metro New World. A big thank you for everyone tuning in. Great to have you on board. 5 to play. Going to be a cracker of a finish. Pistons need a little bit more to step up, make this a close one going down the stretch.
And you see the ball is back in Holloway's hands, so the coach is obviously sticking with him. Let's see what sort of shot they can get in this offense.
Frank, Holloman, Webster, Warren, Markson, Atkinson. Big block! Help side D, Artie Trousdale.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, says Trousdale. I'll send that back home.
Shut the gate and lock it, says Trousdale. You're not coming in here with that, mate. Markson handling on the three-point line. Casey Frank. Barrow giving him a wide berth. Tate stops, pops three.
That's a dagger, Reg. That's a dagger.
That's the first nail, I think, mate. First nail in the coffin. Plenty of time left, though.
Plenty of time indeed, but they're going to have to start looking like they're going to score soon, the Pistons. What's the call? Is that an one, Reg? Is that a three-point play? It is. They've played.
It is. 3 the old-fashioned, 3 the hard way.
Big play from Holloman. Hopefully bring it back within 10 as Boucher comes back in. Well, it's you interviewing.
Holloman, crucial free throws. Crucial free throws. These are easy points. They should be slotting home. 11-point lead.
And the Saints, they'll look to get a good look here. They just want to control the position at the moment. They've got that lead. They want to hold on to it. Use the clock. Get some good looks. Oh, they're not doing it easy.
Markson! Hey! And his prayers have been answered. The Hail Mary with the shot clock running down.
Markson, that's his second big three. He had that big three to finish the first half. Doing it from inside and out tonight, Markson.
Real all-round player, Marco Alexander. Haven't seen a huge amount from the young fella.
The defensive intensity has really stepped up from the Saints, looking to seal this game.
Can't help but feel that's got something to do with, touch pass, beautiful finish. Boucher to Warren, to Frank with the easy one.
And I think the Saints expect to be able to loosen their laces a bit now. It looks like they're storming home in this one.
Might be able to run the bench players here. Piero Cameron might be calling on some of the younger fellas to get on a bit of court time, a bit of experience, but there's a few more minutes to go, I think, before that happens, Ange.
Yeah, he doesn't want to press that button just yet.
Oh, 8-second call. Can't afford those. You've got Webster and Alexander down the offensive end of the court. Why are they not back bringing the ball up? That's a mental error that you can't afford to make when you're trying to chase the Saints down.
I think it's an intentional change the coach has made here in the fourth quarter, that he's got Holloman in control of the ball rather than having Alexander or Webster who were bringing the ball up the court for the rest of the match. Interesting change.
Frank down in the low block, looking to operate. Beautiful drop-off pass. Oh, Boucher can't finish the floater. Isn't that always the way, Ange?
Yeah, but I tell you what, Boucher got a hand to that rebound and it comes back up to Saints ball.
Pistons coach looking to inject a little bit of fire into his team.
Frank has looked very good tonight.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Boucher puts it on spin cycle. That's a cold wash and dishes it off to Casey Frank, who draws the foul.
And he's going for the three-point play here. Frank has been a very big factor in this game tonight. I think he's got a good job on Atkinson. Atkinson really got a lot of rebounds, but if you look at the rebounds team to team, I think you'll find the Saints have come out on top tonight.
I can't help but feel we should maybe get some leg tattoos, Ange. They seem to be all the rage, mate.
Yep, well, no is the answer.
A little dolphin on your ankle, mate. That'd look lovely. 81-63. The lead has ballooned out. Atkinson in the post. No repost. Lovely dish. Lovely finish.
That was a very nice play between the two of them there. Two imports really earning their cash there. Still the Saints just still running the clock. Trying to play, oh, nice little pass from Boucher. Warren's three-point shot, shaky in the first half. It's been solid in the second.
14th, 15th and 16th points for Warren. Brian Markson with 27. Lindsay Tate with 19 of his own. Again, it's just the imports handling for the Pistons. I can't... Oh, lovely baseline jump shot. Holloman looking to spark something.
Yeah, Holloman doing it all on his own at the moment, or at least... Oh.
That defense isn't going to get it done, Ange. It's really not.
Casey Frank, unorthodox finger roll from beneath the hoop on the right side there, but he made it look good. Got the 2 points. Frank having a huge game.
Good finish for Atkinson. The imports doing it by themselves, but it might be a little bit too little, too late.
Yeah, it's no point scoring on one end if you can't stop them at the other, and that's what's happening for the Pistons.
Dylan Boucher, between the legs, drop off, Markson for three, no.
Markson only hits the big, difficult threes, the straightforward ones aren't really his style, are they? Oh! Was that the rim or was that Frank that got that ball?
Casey Frank says, I'll meet you at the top floor, the penthouse suite. No chance.
Oh.
Lovely big three by Marco Alexander.
Marco Alexander, he's been quiet in this quarter, but big come to life right now. They've got a real outsider's chance.
You're really, really pushing for that one, mate, I think. 14-point game. Saints just looking to close out. No injuries at this point.
Roll on Leafa, he's going to come back in. Be good to see the young man get a three.
1:24 to go. 86-72. The Saints over the Pistons. Warren for three again. No, another board by Atkinson. He is racking up the boards.
He is. He's a hell of a rebounder, Atkinson. He hasn't had a lot of luck in the post scoring tonight, but he's done great on the glass.
Oh, Webster, looks like Webster's giving up the ghost now. Warren again for three, same spot, same result. It's a miss. Tate pops it in. Too easy.
Garbage time now, Reg.
Looks like young Kiki Kiriau coming off the bench.
Yeah, I've always been sceptical of this last-minute sub. As a player on the bench, how excited can you get about coming on for 30 seconds at the end of a match?
Well, we'll see if they even get on if there's no stoppage here. Frank, he may have gotten away with a cheeky little travel. A little bit of Fred Astaire, stutter step before that rack for Casey Frank. 41 seconds on the clock. Saints closing out 90-72.
Let's hear it, boys and girls.
Stay with us after the game. We'll see if we can get hold of one of the Saints players, maybe even Big Pero Cameron, have a few words, give him a bit of a rundown on how the game went from his perspective.
Some sort of miscommunication about a timeout there. Pistons coach not happy. 39 to go. Try and finish in some style here, the Pistons.
Marco Alexander, beautiful, beautiful layup. big 30-point fourth quarter from the Saints. That's going to be hard to beat. The fans needing 10 more points for their free Hell Pizza. A big thank you to Hell. Their initiative this season, if the Saints score 100 points, anyone with a purchase game day ticket gets a free Hell Pizza. Oh, Arthur Charles missed one from point blank range.
He doesn't miss those when it counts, but it was a bad miss from Charles Gale.
Turn the wrist, big fella. Oh, lovely shot. Ty Webster. Tall academic. And that'll do it. Wellington Saints, comprehensive win at home. 90 points to 77 here at TSB Arena. A big thank you for everyone for tuning in. Stay tuned. We're going to try and get some exclusive access with one of the Saints players, or maybe even the coach. Big Pero Cameron. Wellington Saints, advice first, Waikato Pistons. 90 points to 77. Good night, everyone.
We get down and joined by half the game for a minute. Of course, we the players. For one more, big round of applause for your winners this evening. Your Wellington Saints!
Back. Fantastic win by the Wellington Saints against the advice first Waikato Pistons. With me, the walking elbow, Damien Nikanasi. How do you think the game went today, mate?
Yeah, we're a little bit shabby to start off with. I'm sure everyone saw that tonight, but hey, it's our fourth game in 9 days, so everybody's probably feeling it in the body a little bit, but hey, we got through it, we got the win, we'll take it.
Nice. And what about the young fella, Isaiah Leafa George's son, coming through? Absolutely fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for a 16-year-old, he's pretty composed. Huge talent, bro. So, you know, for us to see him come through, it's good. Wellington kid. So I hope everyone enjoys him. Good. He's a good.
How's the chemistry in the team, mate? Everyone's looking pretty good, gearing up for second half of the season.
Yeah, no, everyone's coming right. I think there were doubts sort of when we dropped those 2 games, but you know that's just the way it is. So we're coming right now, peaking at the right time. So we should.
What's next for the Wellington Saints, mate? Back to practice, back to get stuck into it.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a couple of days off now after their long slog, but I guess just to regroup again, you know, regroup, get all the bodies fresh, and we'll be fine.
Beautiful. Thanks, Damien. Cheers, mate.